All right, hello everybody. How are you doing? I'm doing pretty well, I think. Other than all these dropped frames. So yeah, if you get more buffering or you know, dropped quality or whatever, it's not you. I don't think it's me either. Let's do a speed test real quick. It's the part in the stream where I'm like, is it me? Is it you? Is it YouTube? And then I do a speed test and everything on my end looks good, so we can only blame YouTube. Yeah, so how's everybody doing? It's been a week. It's been a long time since we played the Mage, I think, right? Let's see, who is here today? We got Tom Mull says he is lurking. Warm sands to you, friend. Enjoy your lurk. Hope you have a good day. Good start to your weekend. We have the Wind. Welcome, Wind. We have Magus. We got Nobody in Dungeons. We have Arif Hossein. All the usual suspects, I'd say. And Caladran, welcome, Caladran. Hope you're doing well over there. Yeah, upload, plenty of upload to support what I'm doing here. Yeah, not my problem, not your problem. It's YouTube's problem, and they probably don't care about small channels. So, all right. Do you want to link the Discord? Are we sure we want to open that up? I am not taking responsibility for that. So as long as you're ready to mod that stuff on an open server, go ahead. I'll let you link it, or no, I can link it. You're not mod on the channel, are you? All right, let's do it. I gotta find the link here. Invite people. All right, let's try this. Nope, that didn't work. Almost there. Oh, there we go. Nope, that didn't work either. It says hidden use copy button. I use the copy button and it just copies the hidden use copy button thing. I don't know how to use Discord. I'm just gonna come right out and say it. Server settings. Looks like I can only invite friends. Yeah, no, shit don't work. I think we have to change the settings from being a private to being an open Discord to provide a public link, I think. Anyway. Oh, Magus got it. Look at that. Yeah, I don't know why it wasn't working for me. Well, thank you, Magus. Okay, well, there it is. I probably am not going to be on it much, to be honest, right now. It's going into the holiday season, but maybe you'll join, maybe you won't. This is a temporary server, by the way, something that was set up by Nobody in Dungeons. He just wanted to discuss some of these builds between weeks. I do have plans for a more temporary or a more permanent Discord server with like a lot of organization and structure and everything around it. I gotta finalize the plans for that and everything, and actually find the time and the energy to work on it. Let's see. It's only for the usual suspects, regularly part of the stream. Yeah, I think as long, well, okay, so here's the thing. If you're putting it in chat, then anybody who's on the stream can join, right? And then if you are, okay, well, I mean, the chat's going to show up on the archives as well. I usually get, I don't know, upwards of 300 to sometimes 500 views on a stream archive, and that chat shows up there too. So I'm not saying all those people are going to join, but there are going to be a lot more people having access to this link than you might expect. But there you go. Let's see. Yeah, if you want to join, anybody in the chat right now, you want to join, go ahead and join. I can see you there. But yeah, that's temporary, working on the permanent one. Probably not anytime soon, so I wouldn't hold your breath for that one either. Let's see. I know that was a glowing endorsement, right? Let's see. I said hello to everybody. James, welcome, buddy. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well. All right, I don't think I have any news for this week. There's not a whole lot of gaming news. Everything's calming down after those Game Awards went live. Everybody just kind of talking about the fallout from that. A lot of the game companies blew their figurative wad on the Game Awards, so we're probably not likely to see much more out of the industry except for some indie stuff that doesn't kind of ride the tides of the mainstream AAA stuff. All right, but I do have some mods to show off here. Some stuff that I thought was pretty interesting. Just gonna ban anyone who isn't actively part of the community or is causing. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Do your thing. Appreciate you managing that too, by the way. Doing well, and within week 7 goals, and our main goal is striker got hat trick. Okay, you're talking about soccer, European football. Nice. Well, that's awesome. That's exciting. Okay, so first mod to showcase is dynamic spell descriptions. This one I thought was interesting. It's I think it only works for vanilla right now. He said that the mod author said that they might expand these things with either plugins or patches or whatever for the common perk overhauls and spell packs and everything. But what this basically does is it will take into account not just the spell and the spell's description, but also the perks that modify that spell. So if you have something like, I don't know, like a destruction perk saying that it reduces, I don't even remember the vanilla skill tree, or like say a destruction perk that says your fire spells and effects will do 20% more damage or something like that. That 20% more damage will actually show up on the spell description now, so you don't have to go do the math yourself. It will keep up in real time with the active perks that you have running, and it will modify the spell description to match that. Very cool stuff if you're looking to see exactly what each spell is going to do through your spell menu, then this might be the mod for you. It's a very cool idea, a very creative idea, and a very useful one, I think. But like I said, I don't think that there is support for things like Ordinator and Apocalypse yet. I think it's all just vanilla right now, but he said it is entirely possible to add your own stuff in. So that was pretty cool. Moving on to the next one, Sentinel Zweihander. This is a sword mod, and this one looked really cool, I think. Oh, come on. Keystroke's not working here. Very high quality, very detailed, fine detailed etchings and like the scratches and little nicks and dings from seeing battle on this blade here. The ring on the handguard here, very cool. Lot of engraving, very awesome. I'm trying to find a picture of the whole sword. These are just very ultra zoomed in close-ups, but very big. This one has kind of like an iron-like texture to it. It's a two-hander for sure. I think this would go really well with the infantry armor. And it kind of has me wanting to do a little bit of a warrior playthrough, not like a pure warrior, but like an infantry specialist with that Zweihander on it. I think that the visuals would just go really well with it. I'm not sure how I feel about this helmet. This is a different mod though. I will go ahead and post this in chat too in case you have a character concept that would work well with that. Haster, welcome buddy. Hope you're doing well. Game Awards is really stagnating I think that this Game Awards was actually a lot better than the last two. Stagnating, I I don't know what you mean by stagnating, because they make more and more money and get more and more audience every year. Be interested to know what you are saying about stagnating. Are you talking about just like what they show? I mean, it's always been just a showcase for new games, but that's why I watch them. I rarely like agree with the games that have actually won. Like, I didn't like Black Myth Wukong much at all. I can see why some people did, but for me, it was a good game. It just didn't... The performance on it and the frame timing, it was a technical mess. It was an absolute technical trash fire. They just need a little more competence in the Unreal Engine, I think, and they would have had it. But yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't have given it to Black Myth Wukong. That was the player's choice. I wouldn't have given it to Astrobot either, which is it was a really good game with like a lot of optimism, like a lot of optimistic vibes to it, just a lot of happiness to it, which I think the world like needs a lot of right now, and I think that's probably why it won more than anything. But my games of the year were I think the highest one, my favorite game of the year was Hellblade 2: Senua's Saga, and that wasn't even nominated, even though that did win an award for best performance, I think. And that game was expertly done in Unreal Engine 5, so if they can do it, the Black Myth Wukong team can do it. You just need to get there. Need to figure it out. But yeah, I always watch the Game Awards just for the trailers and the announcements, and that didn't disappoint. I got some good ones. Once I decide to start streaming, I'll just convert the temporary server to my own server. Okay, cool. That's fine. That's a Spanish helmet around 15th century CE or so. Yeah, it's just, I don't know if that belongs in Skyrim or not. I mean, obviously that's up to you. You control like what goes into your game or whatever. I like the armor. It's just the helmet looks a little overdone. Probably actually quite realistic. Anyway, this one had some cool features on the sword itself, some gameplay ramifications to it as well. So instead of just being able to craft this sword and then temper it with your regular smithing perks or whatever, this one does have some extra perks to it. So when you reach 40 in your two-handed skill, it'll give you another 10% damage increase when attacking and moving at the same time. So not just standing still, but actually moving and attacking. That's unique, right? That is kind of gameplay directing to get you to play a little bit differently as you level up. I think that's pretty cool. And then at 50 two-handed level, you get 20% damage, negative 20%. Oh, no. Okay, I was saying this wrong. This grants you extra defense. So if you're attacking and moving at the same time, you take 10% less damage. At two-handed level 50, if you're attacking while standing still, you get a 20% damage reduction. At level 60, if you are doing a forward power attack or side or backward power attack, you get 20 extra damage on critical hits. So if you actually, in Ordinator, there's a lot of buffs to critical hits. This could be very much worth it. At level 70, you get an extra 30 damage on critical hits for standing power attacks. And then at level 80, you get an extra 20% damage blocked with the sword itself, which is great. If you are using a two-handed sword, you're actually going to get reduced damage reduction compared to if you were going to be blocking with a shield or not. So this is pretty cool. I could see myself doing a build around this, and then, you know, doing like a playthrough or something with equipment centric perks and spells and gameplay and stuff like that. Anyway, cool sword. Let's move on to the next one. All right, the last one. This one I thought was really cool because it gives you a light armor variant of the wolf armor from the companions. And this one's pretty high quality. The one thing I am not sure about here is the mask. That looks, I don't know, maybe a little out of place. Kind of just tacked on, maybe. But the rest of the armor, it looks like a mashup between, you know, the fur armor, the wolf armor, and leather armor. But it comes together in a really cool way. And yeah, if you join the companions, the gear that you get is always heavy armor. Ayla looks like she's wearing light armor, but that's actually the heavy armor female variant of the Draugr armor, I believe. So yeah, that's not really official wolf armor. That's just something that they spliced together to give her a unique look. And as you can see, Nyada's stone arm here, the shield blocking trainer. This is what is usually worn, is just the regular hide armor here, and then this is the full light armor for the circle, I guess. The wolf light armor wolf variant. Very cool looking. I'll throw that in chat for you there. There you go. Catch up on chat here. There's Wolf Light Armor. The sleek one includes a standalone version. Is that a separate mod, or is this one here? Does this one give you two different? I think you're talking about a different mod, huh? Because in vanilla there is not a unique Wolf Light variant, right? To the Game Awards. Good game equals mass market appeal. God forbid a game is made to suit every single demographic. Oh, I get you. Well, I mean, yeah, but that's how all awards are, right? It's a popularity contest. It's always gonna be. It always was. That's like how movie awards are. I don't know. I don't know what else to do there. I mean, you could have one guy who has heavy preferences to one type of game, and then maybe if you align yourself with his preferences or her preferences, then you can say, okay, now these are more meaningful. That's if you restrict everything down to your specific preferences, then yeah, of course it's going to be more meaningful to you. But for these large game shows that are supposed to, or these large award shows that are supposed to be representative of the industry as a whole, it's always going to be a mass market thing with wide appeal. That's just the way it is. It was never ever going to be anything else. Right? Every single public does that too. At least every mainstream publication. I don't see any great evil in that. That doesn't annoy me. It just is what it is there. But that's why you play your own games and make your own opinions, right? If I've been preaching this all year, I think, because I've seen so many good games get bad to middling reviews, and it really annoys me because it's like, from the outside in, it looks like there's no good games anymore when there's good games coming out literally every single month. There's not enough time to play all the good games that are coming out now. And from the outside looking in, it's like if you see all these 6s and 7s and very few like 10 out of 10s, they have to grade on a curve. But these 6s and 7s are good games. And if it looks good to you and you're interested in like the visuals or the story or whatever, but it got like a 6 out of 10, don't let that dissuade you from playing the game. It's probably a good game. You're probably going to be playing your game of the year at that point if it hits for you. But just because it got a Metacritic score of like 6.5 or something like that, so many people just don't ever play it. So just, I don't know, live your life. Mainstream reviews and Metacritic are bad because, you know, half of the people are rating the game based on things that have nothing to do with the game itself, you know, political views or whatever else, like where the country that the game came from, things like that. So if the game looks good to you, it gets a 6 out of 10. Don't let that dissuade you. Play it. You're probably going to love it. Might be your game of the year. Might be your new favorite game going forward. Let's see. Best. Oh, you getting buffers? Yeah, probably getting buffers. Yeah, I'm still dropping frames. I have no idea what to do. I've tried everything. I'll look into it. I'll have to do another pass. Maybe ask AI or something. It might know an answer that I haven't found yet. Best I have seen this year was Stalker. Looks amazing. Yeah, Stalker 2. That's another issue with the games industry, I think, is that these games are coming out undercooked, right? Even for like the review codes. a lot of reviewers have to ignore performance of the game because they know there's probably going to be a day one patch that fixes a lot of the issues that they're having. So they try to judge the merit or the game based on the merit of the game itself, with the narrative, how well done the gameplay is, and then they kind of have to ignore like the stuttering, the performance issues and crashes and things like that because they know the game isn't done yet. Games just need more time to come out, but like it also makes it so that these reviews are worthless. The stutter struggle, like Black Myth Wukong got pretty universally praised for its game, and based on its gameplay, its story, and its graphics, yeah, it was a great game. But as soon as I tried to play it, I got like, I don't know, 10 hours into it, and the stutter was just so bad, it's like I was having a bad time with it. Pretty universally liked by everyone else, so maybe I'm just more sensitive to it than a lot of other people. But it's, I don't know. None of the reviews I've seen mention, except for Digital Foundry, which is completely focused on performance, they said, yeah, this game is a stuttery mess and there's no way to fix it. Then I felt like validated in my judgment of the game and how my lack of enjoyment for it was coming from all those stuttering issues. But it seemed like for a lot of other people it was fine. If it's not finished and polished, yeah, I agree. But then a lot of these studios are beholden to publishers that need a certain amount of revenue to come in a certain amount of time in order to keep the lights on and the doors open. It's always been the same struggle between art and business for any creative medium since the dawn of time. I don't think it's going anywhere. But as long as we have independent studios like CD Projekt Red, and Baldur's Gate 3, even CD Projekt Red, Cyberpunk released in a terrible, terrible state. But Baldur's Gate 3, Larian Studios is still independent and they're still doing good stuff. And there are a few others like that as well. Self-publish, yeah, you can, but that's easier said than done. If you have like a small indie studio or one guy working in his spare time on a game, then yeah, you can take as long as you want on it and then publish it whenever it's ready. If you have a large team of people that are trying to make a living on making this game and there's no money coming in, then that's not sustainable either. For now, till they get bought up, yeah, we'll see about that. They're pretty staunchly independent for the moment. Not to say that it won't happen at some point, but they're both making a lot of money due to the quality of their games and not because of the sort of quantity of trash that they're heaping into our Steam queues. Yeah, more money, more problems. Yeah, it taints everything, I think. All right. So yeah, that was the 3 mods that I had. And Community Spotlight, I think I burned through the community. Is there anybody I'm missing here? I don't think so. I think I've spotlit pretty much everybody. Spotlighted? Spotlighted, I think sounds more correct. I don't know. Karn said taint. I did, and I'll say it again. I don't think so. If there's somebody that I missed, please let me know. I'll do a community spotlight on them at some future point. But pretty much everybody who shows up now and then, or people that I've talked to in Discord or interacted with on YouTube, I think I've given them some time in the spotlight. So that was everything I had for the pre-gameplay stuff. Let's get in to some Skyrim. It's been a while since we played the Mage, right? New Battlefield game, 4 years making, coming out, suggest October next year. I enjoyed Battlefield. I was always more of a Call of Duty guy, but Battlefield 4 was pretty good. Played some of that. Those first-person multiplayer shooters, they're kind of like sports games. They kind of release iteratively year after year, but I don't always have the will to play every new game. So if something special comes out, that everybody's talking about and saying you need to play it, then a lot of times I'll go play it, or if like some family or friends are playing it and they want me to play with them, I'll go pick it up. But for the most, I have to be in the mood to play those games, and usually I'm only in the mood to play those games when it's been a long time since I played one. So how's everybody doing? You got any family plans or anything for the holidays? Just doing the same old same old? Are you traveling to see anybody? Taking time off? I think we're staying put this year. We have an aging dog who has some needs as far as dietary and some medication that she takes. She's still healthy. She's doing well, but you worry about her when you have somebody else taking care of her. So we're staying put for now. I have some local family that I'm gonna go see, though, spend the day with. Going to parents on Monday. Nice. Sounds fun, Galadriel. Were you saying that your parents' dogs had puppies recently? You were helping out with that? Okay, here we go. Calendil Talandril. He is the son of some Sijic monks. Oh, let me catch up here. Going up north to Philly, then coming back down for a cruise. Nice. And you're in Florida right now, right? For a cruise. I don't know how I would do on a cruise. My grandpa, okay, so I get a lot of motion sickness out on the water. My grandpa had the same thing, and my grandma drug him out on a lot of cruises, and it was just, he was bedridden the entire time with how sick he was. So I don't know how I would do on a cruise, but I don't know. I would try some like motion sickness pills, and I would give it a shot. Because like going to Alaska and stuff is like kind of the best way to experience some places. So I would like to experience that at some point. I just don't know if I'll be able to handle it. Drinking lots of tea and hot cocoa. Yeah, you could do a lot worse than that. Call of Duty is now awful. Getting back into a better balance. I prefer Battlefield due to its multi-land, sea, air, and ground battlefields. Yeah, the vehicles and stuff were really cool in Battlefield. I played Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and the Black Ops seems like it was pretty well received. A lot of people really liked that, at least the single player campaign, and the multiplayer is always, you know, just Warzone anyway. It doesn't really change much. Family's practically immune to motion sickness, so everyone will be vomiting around us while we're having as fun as you can have with a bunch of people vomiting around you, I guess, right? And usually with the big boats, it's less of an issue for most people, but I kind of have my doubts whether or not it'd be an issue for me. Dramamine, yeah, I'd take a lot of Dramamine on planes and long car rides for sure. It's a must. Yeah, should be having pups one of the first weeks of January. Nice. Okay, so this is Calendil. Let's do a little bit of background on Calendil here, since it's been a while. He is the parents of two Sijic, or he is the child of two Sijic monks. His parents left on the Isle of Artaeum, I believe, with the rest of the Sijics. He was left behind, and he has a bit of a chip on his shoulder, actually a huge chip on his shoulder from that. He felt like he was overlooked for his talents, but also like snubbed. He took it as a personal attack that he wasn't worthy to come with them. Unbeknownst to him, then and now, is that his parents and the rest of the Sijics actually foresaw his fate here on Nirn and in Skyrim. So they left him here on, Tamriel. They knew that he would find his way to Skyrim eventually. And they knew that chip on his shoulder, and that together with his prowess and talent from magic, was going to aid in some extremely important things, some things that he would need to do in order to save this plane of existence from Alduin, from the vampires here, and also from, what's the guy's name? The guy, the last boss of the Mages Guild questline. Why can't I think of his name? The nasty elf who's tried to become all powerful from the Eye of Magnus. I'm blanking on his name. I'm getting old, guys. See all this gray hair in my beard? It's coming right from my brain. Only get car seasick when I'm on the phone or reading it. Yeah, those are major triggers for anybody. Sympathy puker. So yeah, he's following his fate, he's following his destiny here. And where we're at right now is we are looking for an Elder Scrolls that we need to read at the Time Wound to see what shout those tongues used against Alduin to send him forward in time, to see if we can use that against him. Arcano, yes. That's correct. James was getting there. Arcano, and then, yes, Caladran hit it on the nose with Arcano. That's the guy. Thank you very much. I knew somebody would help me out there. Alright, so we have already talked to Septimus Cygnus, and he is sending us to... what is this here? Up just a little bit. Alftand, to find the Tower of Mazark down in Blackreach. We got to prepare for that, though. It's still pretty early in the morning. Oh, I wanted to do a couple things here. I have I Need turned on. I wanted to throw on Shadow of Skyrim 2, just to make death a little more interesting. Okay, no lost items, that's good. And then I want to just set that up quickly here so that it's a little less random and a little less prone to bugginess. Ironclad stomach, lucky you, man. Settings are currently disabled. It's still disabling Shadow of Skyrim. That's nice. There we go. Initialized. Should be ready now. Okay, all this stuff looks good. Nemesis include 0 levels above you. I want anybody who kills me to become a nemesis. Stat boosts, those are all fine. Actually, we could go a little higher. Let's do 20 on all these. So the nemesis is going to be a little stronger. Unique names. Titles, yes please. NPC size. Let's go 30% bigger, so there's a little more boss enemy energy. Nemesis buffs, she'll buff us in tracker. Player debuffs, yes. Player reward buffs, yes please. At reward, 0% of your skill level, yes please. In defeat, bleed out style is fine. Allow revive, yes. Extra bleed out timer. Simulate item physics. If enabled, your wheels may fall to the ground, but it's purely cosmetic. You're not actually going to lose that stuff. Chance to drop equipped gear. We're going to go down to, I think, 5% per each one of these. We might lose some stuff that we have equipped, but we probably won't. And this is how I have it set up on my warrior and the Steger as well. We're not going to drop anything from inventory. Minimum gold dropped, we'll go 10%, and then max gold dropped, we'll go up to 50% on that. Okay, so basically what this does is it balances it to, you're only gonna have a small percentage chance to drop things that you actually have equipped. The punishment is mostly gonna be gold here. And then the respawn, we have an alternate death system, last bed, random location chance will do 5%, hostile location chance, that's fine. Starting health, invulnerability timer. Warn autosave. Show notification and autosave when entering locations where respawn is disabled. Okay, that's fine. Alright. Oh, yeah, I don't like doing the citizen's arrest bounty. Guards may take and equip some of your armor and weapon on defeat. No thanks. And we don't want to wake up in prison. Okay. There we go. It just turns it into a little bit more of an alternate death system. You do get punished for dying in terms of gold, maybe a small percentage chance to lose something that you had equipped. And then also the debuff that you have is removed when you kill your buffed up nemesis. And then when you do kill the buffed up nemesis, you get a permanent passive ability as well. Highly susceptible to sweets. Man, that sucks. Nobody is weak to both mushrooms and mushrooms. There you go. The only reason I upchuck is if I'm ill or eat something toxic in either large amounts or high potency. There you go. Yeah, no, usually I'm very resilient to things that I eat. I rarely throw up. When I do, it's a very dramatic, life-changing experience. It's a quality over quantity thing, I suppose. But yeah, it's very rare that I do end up in a state where I'm throwing up. And just eating something funny usually does not do it. And now that I'm still not 100% from my gallbladder surgery, but I ate a bunch of pizza last night, and I didn't have really any gas or digestive distress to speak of at all. And I've been gorging myself on pumpkin pie because that is my seasonal treat. I can't help myself around it. And it's all good. So I'm happy. I'm a happy camper. Okay, so let's talk. Blackreach. Let's talk tactics here. Blackreach is going to be mostly Dwarven Automata and Falmer. The Automata are resistant, I think, like 20 to 25% to all magic, but completely immune to frost. So we're gonna be skipping frost for a lot of this stuff. So that gives us flame and shock that we can play with. And then once we are fighting Falmer, then that opens up frost as well. So let's focus mainly on frost and shock until we get all the way down into the Falmer layer. We might be down there for a while, so we need to shore up our supplies as far as food and water, because I think that there's a lack of clean water down there too. You can fill up your water skins with water down there, but with I need, it's unknown water, so it could make you sick unless you want to cook it, which is fine. I think we can use Sindarian's outpost to cook things if we need to cook things, and we can definitely fish for different fish in the water down there in order to get more food if we need to. But in order to have a fresh, clean supply of water, let's stop by the inn on the way out to fill up our water skins here. I think I'm in good shape here as far as needs go. Indeed we are. Still have storm thralls and frost thralls. Boy, that's weird. I should only have 2 summons available because I think I only have Edge of Oblivion. So all those thralls should not be... still around. Those should have been dismissed. Oh well, just save bloat or whatever, I guess. Not a huge fan of sweets, so not an issue for me. I actually like bitter and spicy food the most. Yeah, I have to decline the spice. If it's mild spice, I'll enjoy it, but bitter I'm fine with too. but I love me some sweets. Okay, so let's go down to the inn. We'll go stock back up on water, and then I want to go through my playstyle for this, which I call the paradigm shift. So basically what the paradigm shift is I'm using the Sky UI's equip sets here to equip spells for each sort of phase of gameplay. And I'll talk you through that here in just a second. But there's going to be a conjuration phase. There's going to be a buff phase where you buff up yourself and any followers, minions that you have. And
get away from me.
There's also going to be the oh, this person is busy. Great. Go out and back in. They got stuck in their script there. So combat, where you're going to have, depending on who you're fighting, if you're fighting mages, you're probably going to want a ward in your left hand and then maybe like a shock spell in your right hand. If you're fighting like warriors or non-mage characters, you don't need the ward, so maybe you can have an illusion spell in your left hand for some crowd control and a destruction spell in your right hand. And then finally the fourth phase is recovery, so that you got restoration spells and defensive spells to get yourself out of trouble if and when you do get into trouble.
Of course.
Are you doing Vancian magic stuff? No, not with this character. So this character I built around having as many spells available as possible at all times. So he's really, I'd go as far as to say the jack of all trades, because he's not weak, right? He's not weak in any specific area except getting punched in the face, I would say. Getting hit with a weapon with physical damage is his biggest weakness here. Oh shoot. I just realized I didn't send out Discord notifications. Let me do that real quick. I thought the viewership numbers were a little small, and that's because nobody on Discord knows that I'm actually streaming. This will take like 2 seconds here. Okay, maybe 8 seconds. Okay, donezo. So yeah, Vancian is, it gives you a lot of power, but it does introduce restriction, and restriction was one thing that I did not want to introduce to this character. To me, a pure mage is all about being able to summon or cast a spell for any occasion at any time, and Vancian, while very powerful, and while there are ways to reduce that restriction in a lot of ways, at some point you're gonna run out of spells, and then you got nothing. Wow, that's a cool view of underneath the horse. All right, so let's talk about this paradigm shift gameplay style here. So, like I said, I have 4 different paradigms that we're working with. The first paradigm is conjuration, and right now I'm using Daedric Thrall, but I did also want to experiment with some of these other thralls as well. We all know about Storm Thrall and Frost Thrall. Storm Thrall for if I need some ranged support, like for dragons and stuff that might be flying around or whatever. Frost Thrall is a good tank, and also has some juice as far as frost damage and slowing enemies and reducing stamina and stuff. So Frost Thrall's good. We also have Daedric Thrall, which with I think Odin is a Storm Fury, I think it's called. Yeah, Zivali Storm Fury, and I have no idea how these guys act in combat yet, because I actually have not seen them in action since I have bought that spell. They're brand new. And then of course you got Dremora Lord, which is your run-of-the-mill high-level melee fighter / tank. If the Stormlords or the Storm Furies don't tank as many enemies and draw aggros as much as I'm hoping, then I might have to switch back to the Dremora Lord. And there's also this Ursine Familiar that comes with Odin, and I haven't used that one yet either. Gavin Gaines, hey buddy, welcome, welcome. Well, I wouldn't call it an exploit because it works perfectly within the confines of a Nyrim modding, but the Atronach Stone from Andromeda kind of breaks the Vancian Mage perk over its knee. Okay. Does it allow you to cast things for free that doesn't count against your Vancian spell counts? Gavin Gaines and Gavin Green? Wow, all the Gavins are here today. Awesome. Might have to change my name to Gavin. Vancian magic is very good for my favorite playstyle, while is a two-handed spell sword switching between... yeah, so if you're doing like a spell sword, somebody who can fall back on melee, Vancian's kind of like a no-brainer, right? Because like once you run out of spells, then you can set Dungeon Master or whatever to buff up your melee combat to make up for it. Hello, other Gavin. Yes, indeed. So many Gavins. Yeah, so Vancian makes a lot of sense for a lot of different mages, but for a mage who only casts, it's risky. Hello, Gavinses. Yes, indeed. All right, so that's the first phase. The first paradigm is the conjuration paradigm, where we get our minions. The second paradigm is the buff phase here, and that's when I'll use illusion spells and or power of the master or radiate energies, which are kind of the same thing. Power of the master will apply your beneficial self-targeted spell in your left hand to all of your conjured and undead minions. Radiate energies does exactly the same thing, except it also applies to your followers. So if you have a follower like I do with Belrand here, and then maybe a heavily armored one later on, but yeah, whatever I have in that left hand will apply to everybody. Now, I was kind of experimenting a little bit with Frost Cloak on this one. And it looks like it's applying, but then I don't actually see the Frost Cloak on any of these people. And the reason why I wanted Frost Cloak is because it's going to drain stamina and slow enemies as they're tanking for me, and then that extra slow effect will be good for me, like zapping them with whatever. And then the combat phase, or the combat paradigm here, I have Rage in my left and Arctic Frost in my right. And like I said, I'm going to have to switch these around because Dwemer Automata are completely immune to Frost. So we're going to have to switch to Shock or Fire on that. But then I can also have, say, like a Greater Ward if I'm fighting mages, which I might be doing against Falmer. Or something like Shadow Legion, which casts Simulacrum on everybody, or even something like Calm or Fear. I think I had like Rout in here somewhere, didn't I? No, I didn't. I should add it. How do I not have Rout in there? There we go. And Pacify, I think, was another one. Oh, I know why I did that, because Rage is more of an offensive spell, while Pacify and Rout are more defensive, and I had those over here in my recovery paradigm. So the fourth and final paradigm here is recovery, and that's if I'm getting into trouble, I'm losing my minions or whatever, I am being attacked, then I can switch to, you know, I got Grand Healing in the right and Ebony Flesh in the left right now, and that is this one here. So I can heal up if I need to, and then also I can cast Ebony Flesh with Distorted Shape in the Alteration skill tree here. Will give me 10 seconds of invulnerability until I break it with an offensive action. So right now my defensive oh shit switch will be to Ebony Flesh in left and Grand Healing in right. I'm going to cast Ebony Flesh. I'm going to go invulnerable for 10 seconds, and then I'm going to run the hell away, casting Grand Healing to heal up. And then at that point, I can switch back to Conjuration phase, get some more minions to do my bidding and be meat shields for me, then go back to the buff phase here, and then back to combat, and then we're good. So that's how that works. Any questions, comments, concerns? Let me know. And Gavin, oh, Gavin Green. Okay, that's, love the mods here. Can't wait to play with them myself fully. Okay, so you're a console guy getting into PC. That's a fun, wild journey. Trial by fire, for sure. Not everybody makes it through. This one unlurks for a few minutes. There's Tom with a big pink hand waving hello. Hi, Tom. Fun fact, power attacking with a triple enchanted Stalrim Greatsword, Freezing Strikes, and Spell Strike is incredibly overpowered. Yes, that sounds like it would be. Stalrim gets an inherent buff to any frost enchantments on it, right? Okay, so let's reconfigure some of these things here. So I do Daedric Thrall. Yeah, let's do Daedric Thrall for now. And I want to try out Ursine Familiar later on in the stream. As for the buff phase here, let's do Radiate Energies is fine. Frost Cloak isn't going to help us. Let's go, let's do Lightning Cloak, I suppose. We'll give that one a shot. So to save your equip state, you basically just equip what you want while you're in that group, and then hit this where right now it says back down in the bottom middle of the screen, back save equip state. You hit that button, and for me it's the back button on my controller, but for you it'll tell you what key to hit to save that state. And now when you use the F2 button or whatever you have bound to that second equip group, then it will bring up that saved state of whatever you had equipped there. All right, for combat, we don't want to use Arctic Frost. Let's let's do Incinerate. Let's do Wildfire. I don't think I've played with Wildfire for a while. Let's do that. And then Rage in the left hand is good. And then for equip set 4, which is going to be the F4 hotkey, I think Ebony Flesh and Grand Healing are fine. Damn it, I keep... Yeah, I gotta fix that shit. Alright. I keep spending all my Fortified Destruction potions. Because I'm getting confused on my hotkeys. Not enough practice. I haven't been playing the Mage enough. Okay, so let's head out to Alftand. Let's see. What's the best way to go about this? Do I want to go up through the back south side of Winterhold, or do I want to go around the Cape? I think it would be quicker if I go up through the way to Sarthal and then cut over to the west for Alftand. Python Hi Adder, hey buddy. Welcome, welcome. Yes, I'm getting my PC sometime tonight actually. Ooh, awesome. That's exciting. Not freezing, hovering around 3 to 7 degrees Celsius. Okay, let's do a quick conversion here because for me, here in the Phoenix area of Arizona in the United States, it was 81 degrees Fahrenheit yesterday. That was 5 days before Christmas. Let's go Fahrenheit to Celsius. It was 81. It was 27 degrees Celsius yesterday. The middle of winter, 5 days before Christmas. That's not right. That's not cool. That's not fair. I'm worried. I hope this doesn't mean we're gonna get, 9 months of 125 degree Fahrenheit weather. Okay, we have a... Oh, we got actually Vilkas out there taking care of it for us. And frost trolls. Okay, good thing we picked fire, huh? Wow, wildfire is awesome. Holy crap. Doesn't look like it has a whole lot of range, but it's not actually bad. That's kind of awesome. The range might be an issue, though. Let's get our horse back over here. Horse whistle. Do I not have that favorited? I don't. Divide by 5, multiply by 9, add 32. That's too much, man. I just plug it into the website. Let that happen for me. We had a cold flash in Florida around November. Could use a cold flash out here. T-shirts and shorts weather. Christmas. Ridiculous. The climate's just not the same. That is very true. These, you might wonder, maybe this is normal for the Phoenix area. It is not. These are the highest recorded temperatures ever, which is worrying. Having a heat wave right now, yeah. A lot of people are. Let's see. How was I gonna go? Oh yeah, become ethereal is my oh shit button as well. Let's have that available and ready to go. Where the hell is my horse? Here they come. All right. So, let's see. Where is... There was a snowy saber cat out here somewhere that I wanted to get the alchemy ingredients off of. And also that troll up there too. The saber cat seems to have disappeared. That's interesting. But there is the troll. I don't know why it won't let me select it. Troll is unselectable. There we go. That's weird. Nine Piner TT87. I like how your screen name just rolls right off the tongue. I'm kidding. Do you like to keep your spell rotation to a limited amount to prevent spell bloat and becoming too OP? I also like to keep a smaller rotation. Yeah, just to keep it manageable. I'm not really concerned about becoming overpowered, because you're always going to become overpowered regardless of how much you limit your spells. Eventually, it's just everything's going to be really strong if you're at least building your character right, you know? But I do it just to keep it manageable. There is especially if you're running modded spell packs, I have just the Skyrim stuff, but then on top of that, even just with Skyrim, it's almost untenable keeping track of every single spell in your head all the time. But then on top of that, I have Forgotten Magic Redone and Arcanum, which add a ton of spells on their own. So that's why I'm kind of dividing these up into 4 different paradigms, so that at any point in actual gameplay, I know which of those 4 paradigms I need to switch to have something useful. And then as long as I'm preparing those paradigms in terms of my what spells I have equipped, then it's always going to be something, you know, at least somewhat optimal, I would say. Okay, I want you to follow me in case we get split up. But now let's ride to Alfstand. That we have to go past Sarthal, I believe, to get there. Yeah, we can go. We can bypass the whole stuff over there. Ooh, all right.
That's the end of that.
Okay, yeah, they went down real easy. That was like nothing. Now, I'm playing on legendary difficulty. I can set that to do a little less damage. But I kind of want to see how this feels for a while. I worked hard to get this character set up this strong with sort of a jack of all trades, pure mage, good at everything kind of build, but only with 50 perks. This is a level 50 build, and obviously there's no problem with strength whatsoever. And we are indeed on legendary difficulty. This is Wildcat. I believe it's Wildcat right out of the box, so you do a little more damage, but you also take more damage. I think we're doing half the amount of damage and taking 3.5 times the amount of damage. So I can make that more difficult at some point, but I just want to test the waters here, make sure we're on the right track before I start doing the more challengey type stuff. Is there a mod that adds packs to horses so you can store things? This is Convenient Horses. This one's been around for forever. So Convenient Horses gives you options before you hop onto your horse. When you select your horse, when you activate your horse, I guess. It gives you a bunch of options. One of them is just basically unlimited storage for things, which is nice. It's actually not unlimited, though. I think it's tied to your horse's stamina levels, just like your own encumbrance is tied to your stamina levels. Let's us alone. We'll leave him alone. But it does give you extra storage. Another frost troll over there. And it also gives you things like ways to level up your horse. So the more you ride your horse, the more experience they get. And as they get to whatever their level threshold is to level up, you select your horse and say you should rest and reflect on what you've learned, just like the Oblivion message did. And then you can choose to increase their health, stamina, or I think damage output for when they're in combat. Oh no, it's health, stamina, and just top-end speed. So I usually do a split between speed and endurance because if I'm on a horse, I don't really want to fight that much. I just want to run the hell away. But the extra storage space on your horse is very useful for things like crafting materials and things like that. And it also gives you ways to set up your horse and pick some options and things like that.
Until we know the limits of our courage, we don't really know ourselves.
That's how you Nords are, huh? Okay, let's try to get some sleep here. We'll get a little bit of a nap in if I can actually select one of these beds, because what that will do with Shadow of Skyrim, if we do die, it will respawn us outside here. But we got a bedroll. We'll just sleep for 1 hour, get some rest, a little saddle sore, recharge the batteries before we head down underground. Akasha's Lock Splitter. That will take that down from an adept to a novice level block. Very nice spell to have handy. Don't mind if I do. All that stuff is good. Yeah, very few perks are needed in destruction to get the most from it. Well, yes and no. To get the most of it, you do kind of need to specialize in one element or another. So I've just limiting myself to 50. I was really underpowered with a lot of these destruction spells. Enemies were really spongy. So to beef up that damage, I had to take the first two perks and the 2 ranks of that first one in each one of these elemental subtrees. But to really min-max and get the most out of a build, you would ideally want to pick one element and go all the way through, all the way up to the top, which is a lot of perks, right? But at that point, you're going to be a really strong pyromancer or a really strong cryomancer or a really strong electromancer. It's just, it takes a lot of perk investment in order to get there, and there are a lot of extra effects and stuff gifted, you know, like fear effects from fires, burning ground on fire, freezing in the earth, in the ice subtree, and then things like levitating enemies and things like that in the electricity one. So I do want to go through at some point when the pure mage is done and then do like a focused pyromancer, a focused cryomancer, and a focused electromancer mage at some point. And then of course you also want to do your fortify destruction potions as well. So this is without any perks in alchemy, just enchanting to beef up my crafting sets. 141% stronger for 60 seconds. If you're not using fortify destruction potions and you're a destruction mage, you're only playing half of the power. Definitely do those fortify destruction potions, or you're gonna, you know, you're missing out for sure. Your mage is gonna feel weaker than it needs to. Any cloak with fortification makes a deadly impact. Oh yeah, for sure. Then you're just kind of walking through things and just destroying everything. Buffering like crazy now. Yeah, I'm back up to 50% and I'm dropping a lot of frames. I'm sorry guys, I don't know what else to do. When I get some time, I want to go through all my settings again and just see if there's like a new setting that they introduced or something, or maybe a setting in OBS got reset, or maybe on the YouTube side for the stream got changed. But from I checked a couple times in the last couple weeks and I didn't see anything too obviously out of the ordinary. But I'll do some troubleshooting in the next couple weeks. I have some time off from work. I should be able to do that. Let's see, did our Storm Furies come in here with us? Doesn't look like they did. Let's go ahead and get a couple more. The frames, they're dropping like flies. Yeah, I know, that sucks. I wish there was something else I could do. I don't want to give up on streaming and just do pre-recorded stuff. I also don't have the time or energy to switch over to Twitch at this point.
Where is it? I know you were trying to keep it for yourself, Cesar. You always try to keep it for yourself.
Okay, so we have this Khajiit. He's actually tough for just being like a laborer. He's all hopped up on that Mountain Dew. He'll come at me like a spider monkey. Can't be helped. This is a YouTube service. Yeah, I think so. I think so, but it's been so consistent for the last month that it makes me feel like maybe I'm doing something wrong. This one has watched the last few shows on playback with no buffering, so it must be... Yeah, the recordings all look fine. I've watched the recordings too because I reset up the chapter breaks after each stream. And those all seem fine. It's just the live stream itself. When I get around to remodding my Skyrim, I'm thinking of making a VTMB inspired... Oh, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. That's what VTMB... I've never played any of the Masquerade games. Well, people really like them though. There's non-elemental magic support in Ordinator like raw power, so that and Sacrosanct would work. Yeah, in fact, I think a vampire character is one of the next ones in the pipeline. Once I get the Pure Warrior build guide out, I'm very close to having that completely written. Then I just gotta produce the damn thing. Then I'm gonna start up on either the Triumvirate Warlock or a Sacrosanct Vampire. Okay, we're gonna have a Dwarven Spider come out from that pipe over there. So let's get these guys buffed up. I'm not even sure that is working. Oh yeah, there it goes. So yeah, they do have their cloaks working. That's good. Would you ever do a pure focused mage build with 0 crafting skills? I might at some point. I don't know. It's just, in my opinion, if you're trying to do a BGS game without crafting, you're only kind of playing like half the game. Especially since Skyrim. With how powerful enchanting and alchemy and smithing is, if you want to play on higher difficulty levels, it's not all the way a requirement, but it's heavily suggested that you take at least 1, if not 2 crafting skills, if not all of them, to give yourself the easiest time on the hardest difficulty levels. But especially like in Fallout 4, Fallout 76, and Starfield, you're just missing out on so much of the game if you're trying to skip crafting. I guess it's fine for a challenge run, but if you're really trying to do like a full playthrough and see the most of the game, as much of the game as possible anyway, then yeah, you really should be doing some crafting. And I know, especially like with a lot of the Skyrim or the Slack playthroughs and stuff, a lot of people are like saying, yeah, but do this without crafting or whatever, and I don't know the aversion to crafting. Why are people so averse to crafting? I feel like if you just want action gameplay, then there are better action games to play than Skyrim. But I suppose it does make sense for a challenge run. Once I get to a point where I have all the build concepts done that I wanted to get done. Yeah, this is distorted shape. You guys gonna start fighting this guy or what? There you go. The Storm Furies are not very furious.
Finish this.
Do your worst.
Stop that.
Dwarven Warhammer of Lethal Fire. Why wasn't he using this? Or am I wearing an enchanted item that says that there's a certain % chance that bodies will have an extra enchanted item on them? Yes, here it is. This is why he had that Warhammer. 17% chance to loot an additional magic item from people you kill. Increases magic up by 93 points. Okay, that makes more sense. Well, enchanting is a pure mage skill. It is, right. And that's really the only thing I'm perking into, even though I am using alchemy as well to create fortified destruction potions. I have not perked into alchemy at all, so Yeah. That's my thought on the crafting stuff. You can't do pure mage without that one crafting. Pretty much, yeah. I think through all incarnations of... Ooh, see what I did there? Incarnations of mages throughout Elder Scrolls games. Enchanting was always part of it, and I think alchemy was even part of it at some point too. I mean, you can do whatever build you want, right? And if you want to skip crafting, like I said, for a challenge run or something, it's good. But if you're trying to be complete about a build concept,
Why did they build this place?
I feel like you kind of want the crafting there to get everything that that you can out of the build, you know? Yeah, these Storm Furies are doing like nothing. Yeah, I'm gonna fire the Storm Furies. I think. Let's see. This one? No. There we go. Yeah, I gotta get my hotkeys figured out again. I keep hitting all the wrong buttons for all the wrong things. Oh my god, you said your Wi-Fi died. I thought you said your wife died. I was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Shit. Shocked me. Okay. Honed metal. Ask mages to enchant gear for. Yeah. That's always a workaround. I'm currently playing an orc vampire berserker with Manaz and Freya. Yes, that is on my to-do list. Is the whole Manaz, Freya, or Freyr? It's not Freya. It's Freyr, I believe. And also Valraven, I think, was meant to go with that suite as well. Okay, are you guys actually gonna fight that spider, or are you just gonna let him kill you? Like, well, we're actually just gonna let it kill me. Damn. Wildfire is strong as hell. Okay. A few things we need to do here. Where the hell did Belran go? He went fucking piss farting off over here somewhere. Out into the middle of nowhere. And I need him to carry my shit. Oh, I know what we can do. I'm a mage. I can use deep storage. Why did he go running ahead like that? Man. Follower AI in this game is really annoying. What else we got here? Lawless stuff we'll put away. We need that for enchanting. I'm not opposed to crafting, but alchemy just breaks the game and kind of takes all the challenge out. It does. It's strong as hell, but alchemy is also the great equalizer, right? If you have a build that does a lot of cool stuff, but it has some big holes, some big problems that you need to solve, alchemy is almost always going to solve it for you. So, like, alchemy makes any build viable in the game, and that, to me, is why it's the best, right, and the strongest, but it also can be very, very overpowered. It can completely break the game. I agree with that. Use responsibly, like anything. Moderation is key. Dremora Lord's gonna make a comeback? Yeah, well, I want to try this Ursine familiar as well, see what that's all about, and then I might go Dremora Lord after that. These Storm Furies just aren't doing anything. I kind of wonder if they are meant to control the weather, like lightning strikes and stuff from outside, and because we're underground, it's not doing anything. It's the only thing I can think of, because they are just not doing anything at all. So just a couple of bears. That's kind of more druidic themed. I think I kind of like the Dremora Lords better. Ah, crap.
Here's something. Stop that.
All right, we'll see how those do. Got to be better than the Storm Furies, though. Those guys were useless. All right. Now, Belrand, I think, came in here and triggered... Oh, no, he didn't trigger everything. But now, instead of running ahead, he's way behind. Oh, I hate followers. Hate followers. Hate minions. They're an unnecessary evil at some point. Where the hell are the bears? Man, the bears are even dumber than the Storm Furies. All right, fine. I'll do it myself. Mage Guild sends you on alchemy ingredients, harvest missions, as does the Imperial Cult that was Restoration. Yeah, that does sound familiar. You're talking about Oblivion? Oops, I did not want to sit on the bench. Okay, we'll take a little breather here, catch up on chat. My Orc Berserker uses Vancian magic to cast Berserker Rage. Oh, hey, Belrand. You want to do a little cuddle? Oh, look at that. We're BFFs. That's so nice. Calendel and Belrand. Just enjoying a moment. Best friends. And they're bear. Deep storage, let's see. Berserker Rage without the magical cost. Uses Vancian magic to cast Berserker Rage without magic cost. So Berserker Rage is a spell in your game? It was a racial ability, as far as I was aware. So he can double his damage 3 times while halting damage he takes 3 times. Interesting. The deep storage spell is super useful. No chasing followers when over encumbered. Indeed, yeah. Like I was trying to do. Vancian magic is also very good on paladin characters. Yes, indeed. Any kind of hybrid physical magic character, Vancian magic is kind of a no-brainer, best in slot. Atronach Stone breaks Vancian magic because after you use up all your spells and your magicka drains, you can just get magicka back on kill and cast magic like normal. Okay, so yeah, that's interesting. So Vancian magic, the way it works is when you've spent all your spells, it just sets your magicka and I guess regenerate to 0, so that you just can't cast anything. But the Atronach Stone will override that and fill up your magicka meter with each kill, I guess. Every time you kill an enemy, you get more magicka with that stone. With Andromeda, anyway. Interesting. I see. And I think also like alteration perks, like the intuitive magic that lets you cast novice and apprentice level spells for free, as well as there was a standing stone that did that as well. Obviously you're limited at that point to which spells you can actually cast, but it will still allow you to cast those as well. Oh, I forgot to use the latch crack here. Akash's Akash's lock splitter. Novice is a lot better than Adept. Yes, please. Okay, we are going to have a spider over there and a spider down here. Weird kill cam. Okay.
What was that? Well, all things considered.
Manas and Freyr make everything lesser powers, but adds magic cost to those lesser powers to balance that out. Interesting. That's awesome. Yeah, Manas and Freyr, good point there. It's a whole new world for me, and a lot of different builds that you can do. So I'm really looking forward to that. I just, again, time and energy for me. And of course, I have a lot of patches for like, you know, Andromeda, Imperius, and things like that that I would need to reconfigure once I put Freyr and Manaz back in, and then some Wildcat patches as well that I'll need to root out once I get Valraven in there. But yeah, a whole new world of character builds, and I am here for it, man. So many build ideas, so many. Keep me busy probably for the rest of my life if, if I don't get completely sick of Skyrim in that time. I guess the Trivium spell pack? Talking about Triumvirate? Surprised you don't have open spells? What's open spells? Family dinner time. Thanks for the stream, Karn. This one will catch up later. May the moons guide your path to a Merry Christmas. Yes, you as well, Tom. Enjoy your dinner. Akasha's Lock Splitter is from Morrowind. It used to be a 100-point open spell. It could open any lock. Look how they massacred my boy. Alright, let's do this. Now I kind of blew the invulnerability from distorted shape here, but I do need to open this up anyway at some point. And then we'll go ahead and do become ethereal anyway. So far so good, no real danger yet. I'm going to be taking a lot of loot here because I still need a ton of money. There's a lot of spells I need to buy. I'm most of the way through, all the way through, okay, so I think I have all of the Odin spells from Alteration, Illusion, Destruction, what else? Conjuration, and I'm most of the way through Restoration now. And then once I get all the restoration spells, then I can move on to Apocalypse, and Apocalypse has a lot more. So yeah, a lot of damn spells. Like open lock spells? Oh, open lock. Oh, okay, I see what you're talking. I personally use lock overhaul. Yeah, I was using lock overhaul for a while. Cool mod. But at some point I felt like, okay, if we have other ways of opening locks, then it makes the lock picking tree useless. Like, why would you ever pick anything from that tree? Ooh, I went the wrong way on that one. So to me, it devalued the lockpicking tree and thief characters in general, because if anybody can do it, then it's like, why play or why invest anything in the lockpicking tree? So I took it back out. I wasn't using it. And when I did, I felt guilty about it. Should just wear the damn backpack. It doesn't actually look bad on this character. Jewelry is not actually gonna weigh me down that much. That was definitely weighing me down a bunch. Go. That gave us some leeway. Such a completionist? Am I completionist? Yeah, so Wildfire is cool. Let me look at the description of Wildfire because it is very strong. I think what it's doing is actually burning the ground as well. It's an expert level Odin spell, I believe. Flames travel along the ground doing 256 points of fire damage per second. Targets on fire take extra damage. So yeah, it's a damage over time spell and it does burn the ground. So as long as they're standing in it, they're taking extra damage. Very strong. Very cool looking too. It's just, like I said earlier, the only downside of it is that it doesn't have a ton of range. If you need more range, you got to go with something else. Fireball, maybe. Man, he went down real easy. Take the flawless gems for enchanting, for sure. We got another guy coming out here? Anyone? No. Of course, Wildfire is also probably going to be useless against dragons as long as they're in the air, I guess. Since it's a ground level spell, any enemy who hovers above the ground probably isn't going to get hit by it. Unless they're really close to the ground. Oh, was that the question, is where this Wildfire spell was coming from? Yeah, it's not Triumvirate, it's Odin. Expert level Odin spell. Odin actually adds a lot of spells and makes a lot of changes to the vanilla ones. Odin is really, really good. Highly recommend Odin. I think a lot of people slept on Odin in favor of Apocalypse, but I use both. Odin rebalances vanilla spells in some really cool ways, and it does add some really cool spells that Apocalypse doesn't even have. So I feel like if you want the whole full Skyrim experience, you kind of need both of them.
Hey, stop that!
Sorry, Belrand. Ooh. Yeah, we have a lot of magic resistance here, so getting zapped by those guys isn't going to really hurt that much. Belrand, I'm sorry, buddy. Here we go. I accidentally hit his familiar and he came after me a little bit. We're okay, though. We're good. He forgave us. Thankfully. Now we got 2 more spiders here to loot. We got some more lockpicks and I think a strong box down here as well. The fire is OMG though. Yeah, we can. It's not really just the spell that's that powerful. It's the way I have the character set up. I think that even just your regular flame spell will probably be quite strong at this point as well. Oh boy. It's a big bear in a small corridor here. Barely able to get by him. Who doesn't like to be locked into submission of opening? A mage would be worn by a mage character, I would think. A mage would be worn by a mage character. Anyone heard of phaser jitter effects? Try and get it. Welcome, Reaper. I don't know if I saw you come in. I don't understand your question. You do forget Odin and Skyrim mod? Yeah, it was one of the newer ones. I don't remember if it came before. I think it came after Triumvirate, actually. So So it's one of the newer ones. A lot of like apocalypse stalwarts, I don't know, they might just dislike it on principle for whatever reason, but it's really, really good. Oh, another kill cam on the radiate energies spell there. I don't know where that other spider came from. Must have come up from down below, maybe?
True Nords never back down.
Oh, sorry, familiar. Okay, let's do this. Not really a big fan of the Ursine familiars. They're just bears. It's more of a druid or even shaman spell, I feel like. Not really a mage spell. So let's get some Dremora Lords back in. I feel like this is just the de facto. Why are these failing? No, they are spawning. They're just not spawning on my level here. Which is a problem. Because if your minions aren't with you, then... There we go. Then they're useless. What's Radiant Energy spell from, unless it's a perk? Radiant Energies is... Okay, glad you asked, actually, because that one's interesting. Radiant Energies is a restoration spell from Odin, again. But... Let's see if I can find it here. It is available only from random loot. So, you either just have to find it on a dead enemy or in a random chest somewhere, just get lucky by finding it. Or you can cheat it in. Tyree Gills, what's up, buddy? How you been? Yeah, and this does basically exactly the same thing as Power of the Master, which is a conjuration spell. Except it works on all of your followers. So your followers, your minions, everything. Living, dead, doesn't matter. What level is Power of the Master, by the way? We'll find it. Where is it? Apprentice. So yeah, the Radiate Energies is expert level, and Power of the Master is only apprentice. So you can get Power of the Master very, very early on from a conjuration spell vendor. Yeah, funny with all these conjurations that I've tried throughout this playthrough, and then I'm just right back to the good old Dremora Lord from vanilla. You know, sometimes you just can't improve upon perfection, I guess, right? From expert to apprentice? Don't mind if I do. Oh, you're in dialysis. Oh, man. Sorry, man. Hope you're doing okay. Speaking of medical stuff, I had my gallbladder taken out 2 weeks ago. Oh, need to do another one of these here. First week was a little rough. Second week was a lot better, and I'm almost all the way better now, I think. I've been back in the gym. That's helped a lot. Get the metabolism up a little bit. Get the endorphins going. Helps me feel a lot better. Lower abs are still really, really tender though. Trying to do just like some basic leg lifts or whatever, and those muscles are still really, really tight, especially like underneath where the... Oh my god. Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing here? So this took an adept level spell, and it's supposed to reduce it to probably novice, I'm guessing, and took it down to master. Oh, I see what happened there. Okay. So this was master, it took it down to adept, and then when I casted it again, it went back up to master. Alright. Oh my god. It's just an adept level spell. But yeah, I had a bunch of pizza last night, had some pumpkin pie, which is like my favorite seasonal sweet. And all good. Digesting just fine. No problemo. So I would consider that a success. Right now, the ones mainly Atronach and Dremora. Yeah, that's what I would say too. The Storm Fury, I want to try again outside to see if maybe they do some storm calling or something, and that's why they weren't able to do anything underground. But that is a master level conjuration. Storm Fury was. And they literally were not doing anything at all. Oh, maybe they... Oh, yeah, Daedric Thrall. Summons a civilized Storm Fury permanently. It destroys itself with a power shock nova in combat. Oh, okay, so... It self-destructs. It does a kamikaze attack, and it just didn't decide it wanted to ever kamikaze, I guess. Which is fair, I guess. So I guess for expert, we have the Ursine. Houndmaster might be fun. We could try Houndmaster. And Dreadshade. Ash Guardian, meh. So Houndmaster and Dreadshade. Let's go ahead and put those where they need to go. Is that summon or is that conjure? It is conjure. Which one should we try next? Let's do the Houndmaster next. Actually, let's do a Houndmaster in the right hand and a Dremora Lord in the left hand. Get a little variety going on here. Good to hear you doing well. Thank you very much. Dialysis does sound like a pain, though. I'm sorry you're going through that, buddy. I thought there was another elixir of resist shock. Why not? I thought there was another chest or something out here, but guess not. I think I do this every single time I come through this dungeon. Wasn't there a chest over here? No, I guess there wasn't. Okay, what do we got down here? What the hell is fighting me? I don't see it. Oh, there it is. You guys gonna go down there and get that thing? Oh, Falmer now, huh? We can switch back to Frost now if we want to try out some different spells. No, there's another one, guys. Be careful. Anybody else? Anybody else want some? Oh, there's one more. He's way the hell over there. Okay, another archer. Yeah, Falmer. Oh no. Okay, good. I got revived. Thank you, Belrand. Okay. I'm gonna have to start over at least. You don't want a free lightning cloak, Belrand? Silly goose. Okay, let's get some new conjurations out here. So we have the Houndmaster here. Hopefully that guy works correctly, unlike the Storm Furies. And we have a good old trusty Dremora Lord over there too. Yeah, get in there, guys. Oh yeah, they're the hounds. They're kind of cool. They don't really look hounds, but that's okay. No, I see one. I see a dude. Catch up on chat here. So one thing to note regarding Ordinator skeletons, using a conjuration potion can extend their duration. Ordinator skeletons, I thought they were permanent, weren't they? At a bone altar, convert one of each bone into a skeleton warrior. Skeletons do not count against your summon limit. Enemies can only temporarily defeat them, not destroy them. What kind of duration do they have? Or is this another Frere Manez thing that I'm not aware of? I thought they were permanent until they got killed or destroyed. I definitely do have to do like a Bone Lord or something. When I do my Necromancer at some point, I'll have the skeletons for sure. Osteomancy being a big core part of Necromancy. And then of course you gotta have your Hemomancy in there too, and your Reanimation as part of it. Those will be like the 3 core tenets of my Necromancer, along with some curses, maybe, I think. Wow, the cloaks are actually also applying to the hounds down there too, but the pathfinding on the hounds seems to be pretty rudimentary. Yeah, okay, conjuration, summoning classes are very, very strong. I tend to prefer more, like, active, direct playstyles, I think. But this is definitely very, very strong. Last I checked, they had like a 12-hour duration or something. Interesting. If they're anything like even the thralls, though, they have these ridiculously long, like the Daedric thrall here, has ridiculously long durations. Even though they're supposed to be permanent, that's just kind of how the game engine handles it. Is it just gives it thousands upon thousands of hours of duration. So that might be what's going on there. It's like, even though it does have a duration, it might be like ridiculously long, like in the thousands of hours, to where it's like they're not going to run out over the course of a playthrough. I don't know. I haven't played them yet, so I couldn't tell you for sure, but definitely something interesting to learn the mechanics of. One of my favorite vanilla summons was the Flaming Familiar, because it could be cast from incredibly far away. Its base range was 100 feet, if I remember correctly. Okay, and then you can like double or triple that with the like the Atronox mark or something, or whatever that other perk was in the conjuration tree. That's pretty cool. It's kind of makes sense for like scouting or whatever. Last I checked, they had 12-hour duration or something. I'll test it and get back to you about the skeletons on the Discord. Nice. Okay. Cool, cool. Crap. Why is my Become Ethereal not working? What the hell did I have instead? I have no idea.
That's the end of that.
Man, Wildfire is a lot of fun, but maybe since we're kind of past our Dremora or Dwarven Automata phase here, and we're kind of getting right into the Falmer Den here. Let's try out some other stuff. Let's go back to Arctic Frost. Some good alchemy ingredients here. We're gonna have a lot of good stuff to sell off. We're gonna be able to afford a lot of spells for this. And I think I'm done with training too. Oh, except for restoration. I still have restoration training to do. I'm at level 80 restoration. Once I get to 90, I'll be able to switch to Scholar's Insight and find all the different skill books around to cap that out at 100. But I think that's the only one I have left. We have Enchanting capped, Alteration capped, Destruction, Conjuration, and Illusion all capped. So Restoration's the last one. Okay. Might be spending my money on that until that's capped out, or at least to 90. They do have a duration because the Reap and Sow perk affects their duration. Reap and Sow. I like pairing my necromancers with poison damage. Interesting. So you have some disease on top of the death stuff. Bone Collector, Dead Tide. Reap and Sow. You loot 60% more bones from corpses and recover 50% more bones when you destroy a created skeleton. Created skeletons last 75% longer. Okay. Interesting, interesting. So they do have a duration. So when they run out, you have to go find another bone altar. That sounds inconvenient. But then I guess the higher your conjuration spell, the longer these things are going to last. And you can also do potions and stuff too. Skeever tail, please. Did not need that iron dagger. Don't need the fork. I do want the bear claws. Make some valuable potions from bear claws. The lockpick I'll take as well. Nightshade, yes please. Alright. I don't know what I'm gonna do with skooma. I could probably sell that off for a little bit of a profit, I suppose. Human flesh, don't mind if I do. Pine thrush egg, sure. All right, let's take a moment to see how our needs are doing. Are we hungry, thirsty, tired? Seems like a safe point. Mild hunger, all right. Well, probably not gonna have much of an appetite with all this human flesh around. And all these skeever parts. So let's at least get out of this area and then we'll grab a snack. Okay, a little bit of fresh air here. All right. We'll just keep it simple. We'll do some bread and cheese. Well, I'm gonna have to reconjure those guys. Jesus. So hard to find good help these days. Of course. No problemo. Yeah, a little OP. We definitely might want to set Wildcat. Let's go ahead and do that now. Wildcat. So usually what I do with Wildcat is every 10 levels I'll make it a little bit harder. So the first 10 levels I will up my damage taken by 0.25%, or just 0.25 multiplicative. And then for the next, I will do damage reduction from 0.5 to 0.25. And there's a bug in the Wildcat MCM that A9 knows about but hasn't been able to fix yet. When you change some of the difficulty settings, you can't change more than one at a time. And then for level 30 we go up another 0.25, level 40 we go up another 0.25, and level 50 will go up another 0.25. Okay, so we are doing vanilla legendary plus another 0.5% damage taken, so we're very, very squishy, doing less damage. But with all these minions and power of the master, radiate energies or whatever, we need a little boost to difficulty here, so we'll see how that goes. But all these Falmer and everything, they're just going down way too easy. James lurking for a bit. No problemo. Probably dinner time. I usually stream at 6 p.m. UTC, so around UK, it's right around dinner time when I get started. So our UK friends usually have to dip out to eat. I don't mind that. Hey, there's Maldaroth. Welcome, welcome, Macadamia. Hope you are doing well. All right, let's refresh our conjurations. Been piss farting around a little bit here. Was it something I said? Yeah, James is like, oh, there's Maldaroth, I'm out of here. I think I gotta go do my homework or something. He's gotta go wash his hair. How's it going, Macadamia? How's the, I haven't been keeping up. How's the, Wabbajack list going? Learning a lot, I suppose. Ultimate healing, don't mind if I do. Thought there was something else. Man. Some places just give hidden treasure chest vibes. This is one of those places, and I'm just not seeing it. I feel like I'm missing it, though. There's gotta be something back here, right? There has to be. Living the dream. Hope all is well with you. Indeed, indeed. Yeah, finally recovering from that gallbladder surgery. Feeling like $100. Maybe soon I'll feel like $1 million. But no, I've been back in the gym. The ab exercises are a little rough, especially the lower abs, but where did my conjurations go? Damn it. Let's try this Arctic Blast, see how this is doing. Isn't that a Mountain Dew flavor, the Arctic Blast, or maybe that's a Gatorade flavor or something? I feel like Wildfire was stronger. We'll play with this for a little bit longer. Indeed, I've made a lot of changes as well. Nice. What is your Wabbajack called? I think it's only I don't think it's available on the storefront yet, but you got like a Google Cloud or something. Oh, they didn't follow me through the load door. Dumbass conjurations.
By Ismir, that's impressive.
Okay, let's take advantage of this invulnerability. Let our followers tank. Ouch, okay, that sucked. Sorry, Belrand. Collateral damage. Okay, I think I gotta get better about letting that distorted shape and vulnerability settle a little bit longer to let all my minions take aggro for me. Because otherwise, what are they even here for? It was a very valuable axe. I am taking that. I think Arctic Blast is Mountain Dew. Nice. Igneous, that's a cool name. It's a damn cool name. Well, we got big hugs going around. I like it. The world needs more big hugs. Big hugs all around. All right, let's see. I need deep storage, please. All kinds of stuff. I don't think I have all of these enchantment effects either. So once we get back to the college, we'll be doing some disenchanting for sure. Enchant that iron dagger before we sell it off. Pick that up on accident. Conjure Cursed Spectre. I don't think I have this one yet. Is this an Arcanum spell? Because this is not familiar to me. Cursed Spectre. Drains health and magicka from enemies. Sounds awesome. An astute question, Karn. I don't remember what question I asked. The stream is on such delay right now, trying to fight these dropped frames and losing poorly. 1 septum in that chest. The hell? I think I already looted that guy. I did indeed. Minions, take care of that skeever for me, please. Another Falmer out here anywhere.
All things considered.
Wow, it took a power attack from a Dremora to kill that skeever. Kinda overkill. Kinda overkill a little bit. Wow, weird. The Falmer eggs were over here, but the actual interaction object was over there. Commonplace for that, I think. Okay, now, let's see. I want to switch back out from Arctic Blast because we have that Dwarven Centurion up there that we're gonna need to fight. So, let's do a Greater Ward to block the steam attack, and then we'll do... I guess Incinerate, that's a vanilla one, right? Unbounded Flames, Unbounded Freezing. Let's try some of the unbounded stuff. Let's do... Well, Unbounded Storm is not great. Was there a Thunderbolt? I thought there was... an electricity one here too. Guess not. Let's try Unbounded Flames. See how that does. I don't need all of the Charis eggs. Okay, big boss fight here. Let's see how this goes. Are my summons still good? I see the Houndmaster. Let's go ahead and just refresh those guys. Just in case. Get my buff phase ready to go. Trigger the Centurion. Use my distorted shape to let them apply aggro. There we go. Oh, we're getting some frame drops, all these particle effects. Alright. Well, that was pretty strong. Grand Soul Gem too, very nice. I'll go ahead and take that Dynamo Core as well. Sell that off. Buy some spells or restoration training with it. Don't mind if I do. Kill these guys. Can't forget about the chests around the corner over here on the outside of this little room here too.
Of course you want me to leave. Just waiting for me to turn my back. So you can have all the glory.
What's up, guys?
Yourself.
You guys gonna fight? Oh, you're coming after me. Well, shit.
I'm going to enjoy it.
Yeah, Unbound Flames is causing a lot of frame dips. There's some kind of like shader particle effect or something in there that is just tanking performance when I use it. Interesting. I believe that's one of the AE spells. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we'll take these two. Akaviri Battle Saber. That is valuable enough to grab. Conjure Bone Colossus, huh? I think that's another AE spell. Nice. Alright, where was that chest at? I think it was over here. Indeed, there it is. Let's see, what do I need them followers around? Yeah, right. Well, there are certain buffs I get to my character as long as I have followers or at least minions around. And the minions also get buffed for me. So there are synergies for having them around. I'm also very squishy. I can get one shot by most high level enemies in the game. So I want to avoid getting hit at all costs, and minions, they provide enough competing aggro that it can keep the enemies off of me. In the meantime, while I can set up my offense, the mage is truly a glass cannon. As most high-level, especially a Skyrim character builds tend to be. Calcemo buys the Dynamo course for twice its value. That is a little known tidbit. Interesting. Okay, looks like my conjurations did not follow me through the load door there.
Make a home in this dank hole.
You think so? I think it's kind of cozy. Don't have to worry about UV rays causing the old melanoma. Alright, let's take care of this sphere. Conjurations, you coming? There's Belrand.
Oh, no, you don't.
Here comes the Houndmaster and the Dremora Lord right after. Well, the Unbound Flames, they are effective. Not sure I like the frame dip that comes with them. Let's try freezing next. And we'll switch back to rage as well. Okay. Have any Orvane? Yeah, I'll take some of that. I'll be having some of that. Does look like it has a firewall effect on it, this Unbound Flame does. Let's take a look at the spell description as soon as we're done here. Yeah, alright. This was an expert level spell, I believe. Unbound Flames casts a stream of long-distance fireballs in an arc. Impact creates a wall of fire that does 50 points of damage per second. This might not actually be from AE. Oh, the wind with a non sequitur here. No problem. Doesn't the unbounded stuff have unintended consequences? It might. Unbounded freezing, because I don't remember any of this stuff having like an arc to it. A freezing wind envelops the caster, knocking down nearby enemies and freezing them for 50 points of damage per second to health and stamina. Okay, that sounds awesome. But this also sounds like a cloak spell. Unbounded Storms. Targets in melee range take 40 points of shock damage per second to health and half that to magicka. Random lightning strikes deal additional 30 damage. I'm not sure if that's going to work underwater, but we can try it. We can try it for sure. Let's see this here. Didn't find Unbound Flames in there. Interesting. Unbound fire. That is not the same spell. Unbounded flames, not unbound. Yeah, this is definitely AE. Unintended consequences. I am not sure. Impact creates a wall of fire that does 50 points. Okay, so you just get damage over time from the firewall spell that happens when you hit an enemy with this. Very powerful. Kind of the same stuff as the wildfire perk, though. Or the wildfire spell. Calsamel will send a courier telling you he wants to buy a dynamo core you have, and it'll add him. Okay. I don't think that always perks 100% of the time, though. That's just, it will randomly perk per Dwemer item that you have. It could be a Dwemer arrow. It could be an enchanted Dwemer warhammer. Could be a full set of dwarven armor. I don't think it always will proc with a dynamo core. Could be mistaken about that, but I don't think I've ever actually seen it proc with a dynamo core before. Okay, first and foremost, let's nip that in the bud. Cheese and rice. How are we doing on alchemy level here? On 80? Okay, so we'll save the skill books for when we get to 90. All of these are useful ingredients, so we'll take them all. Don't take the skill book. Definitely over cucumbered at the moment.
I have to admit, I admire your courage. Most folk in Skyrim wouldn't go near a place like this.
Okay. Cool. So let's see here. Now that we are at an arcane enchanter, let's grab some of the. Oh, there's a knapsack there. I didn't loot yet either. Bloop, bloop. Bloop. Let's go ahead and take the enchanted stuff we have out of the deep storage. Let's see what we can get out of that. Rabbits are docile? Not all of them. Did you see Monty Python and was it the Holy Grail? That's some good monster. Calsalmo will send a courier. Yeah, okay. I noticed that Skytest renames them to hare, and hares are ornery buggers. With my mods, it takes about a dozen sword hits to kill them at low level. Gotta give them a fair chance. Man, that's why I stopped using Skytest. Because we had like one wolf outside of, I think it was Stone Hills or something like that. And that one wolf, it kept running away from me, so I couldn't kill it, but then it was strong enough that it just decimated all the rest of the town. Everybody else in town died from that one wolf, and I was like, okay, maybe Skytest isn't for me. It does some cool things, but yeah, I couldn't deal with that anymore. Oh, that was interesting. Putrefaction prevents magicka and stamina regeneration for 20 or 37 seconds. Okay, don't have that one. Sneaking is much more effective against the target for 6 seconds. Same for both of these. We'll do the heavier one. Okay. Store the rest of this crap. And then we'll take a look at our needs. We'll sleep if it's late. If not, we'll take a little nap and we'll continue our exploration. But either way, this will be sort of the new base of operations that we'll have for the rest of our Blackreach journey here. Monty Python and the Holy Grail I watched when I was 8. I love my parents. Yeah, my parents let me watch like horror movies and stuff when I was like in kindergarten. Desensitized me at an early age, and I'm not a serial killer or anything, so that's fine. Nothing bad has happened because of it, I think. I hope. Trying out Skytest Lite, may roll that into future builds. Nice. I've never tried Skytest Lite. I don't know what that gives you that the full Skytest treatment would not. Maybe less powerful creatures, I guess. Man, that monster really hit the spot. This is one of the Costco ones you can get for like $1 or $1.50 a can, I think, in a pallet of like 30 of them. Zero Ultra, the white can. That was really tasty. Hit the spot today. I really milked it though. I started drinking that at 8:30 this morning. That's the way to do it with the monsters. Don't slam a monster. You gotta milk it. Caffeine microdosing apparently is the way to consume your caffeine. Little bit of caffeine stretched out. A little bit of caffeine here and there stretched out throughout the whole day. It keeps your focus high, keeps you from crashing. It's the way to do it. Good stuff. So we're not doing any kind of soul trapping or anything right now, so all these empty soul gems I can put away in storage too. That'll save me some encumbrance. The gems, don't need the gems. Actually, even the Black Mage focusing gem we don't need. Don't care about Medesi. Don't have anything we need to recharge. All right, down to 184, not bad. What time is it? 6:26 p.m. Okay, let's piss fart around here. We're safe for now. We're gonna go ahead and take a little break. Man, Belrand, I was gonna sit in that chair. I'll sit in this one. This one doesn't have a back on it though. All right. So let's chill out here for a few hours. We'll have a meal, we'll have some dinner. And then we'll sleep in the bed here to refresh our spawn point in case we do die.
Friends and I used to play Seek the Wampus in caves much like this.
There's a murderous bunny mod for Skyrim rabbits? That's awesome. I would play that. Alright. Definitely not gonna get hooked on skooma all the way out here in Blackreach. That would be a bad call. Some cooked fish, some grilled leeks. Maybe a tomato to go with it. And that should take care of all of our needs here. Should be good to go. Indeed we are. Alright, Belrand, if you need to sleep, sleep on the floor, because I don't want any mishaps during the middle of the night. A nasty Nord not keeping his hands to himself. Not that the floor is any less comfortable than a stone bed, but whatever. All right, what are we having for breakfast? We'll do some cheese and a honey nut treat. We'll do some water. Feeling hydrated. Let's pray. I wonder, I don't remember who we're... Is it just Julianos at this point? 177. Ariel. Okay, yeah, because it they increase our top end skill levels. I feel like a reasonable exposure to things demystifies them for a child, making them less taboo. This makes, yeah, definitely. I would agree with that. Even things like nudity and things like that. Parents just try to shelter kids too much. Most kids can probably handle it within moderation, of course. That explains my sweet tooth. Thanks for the excuse. Gonna blame mom for every snack I eat. Yeah, every time tonight I eat now. Man, now I want a cookie. God damn, I just got hungry, guys. I'm so hungry. I just got so hungry all of a sudden. All right, we need some minions here. I do like the combination of the Dremora Lord and the Hound Master. That gives us a good bang for our buck as far as the Dremora Hounds that come out. Definitely get a good swarm going. For conjurers, you know, you definitely want that swarm.
Someone there?
All right, minions, army of minions. All right, is there a nav mesh issue here or something? Now I am running the Companion's Insight, so I should not be hurting my allies with these spells. But it looks like I am regardless.
Another day, another...
Maybe not doing a ton of damage to them, but still. It's knocking them down and stuff. That's not what I want. Time we got 30 minutes left in the stream. Gonna take a break to get a snack or something, but with only 30 minutes left in the stream, I think I can hold out. Just had dinner. I had a type of cheese called raclette. Live up the side of the mountain, raises the lands, gives them unique flavor and nuttiness. Interesting. Boiled tomatoes and mixed meat. Well, that sounds pretty good. According to the mod page, the light version removes some of the bloat, like cubs, optimizes scripts, and removes bugs. Shouldn't be much of a departure from the original. Okay, just kind of more refined than it is changed in a big way. Just trying to stay warm. It's back into cold season again. Yeah, not a problem here in Arizona. 81 degrees Fahrenheit yesterday. 79 today. Probably will end up being warmer than that. Down in Orlando this time. All right, all right. Welcome in, Silent Echo. Hope you're doing well. Hope Orlando is treating you well.
Keep your eyes open.
Let's see if I can get this guy with a Fury spell. Yeah. Minions, follow. Let's take care of those Falmer before we take out the Centurion Guardian here. Oh, didn't want to pray. Wanted to do become ethereal because my distorted shape and vulnerability wore off. Okay, not sure how I feel about this Arctic Blast. Or the Arctic Blast was fine. I'm not sure I'm feeling about this Unbounded Frost. Let's switch it up. Let's try the Storms next. I'm not sure if I'm going to get the lightning strikes from this underground, but we shall see. There's also another small dwarven chest on the ground over here. Babies, all you Americans. Oh man. James spitting pure European fire over here. I like it. That was a strange hitch. Do a quick save here just in case. About 80 here in Orlando. Feels like late spring, early summer. Yeah. It's been like in the 80s all week here too. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. I want some winter, man. All right. I keep hearing a damn Nern root around here somewhere, and I'm not seeing it. Is it up there? Might be up there. And that's American to you. Yeah, Merkin. I'm just gonna kill all my followers here. Oh, we died. Okay. We'll see what Shadow of Skyrim does for us. Unless my followers can beat the Centurion in 6 seconds, I don't think they'll be able to. I'm in Tampa right now, which is about the same, yeah. Orlando, Tampa. All right, what do we get here? Frenzy burns in my being. I itch to return to Blackreach and unleash my fury upon the giant dwarven Centurion master. Debuff inflicted stench of death. I think that makes me get followed around by diseased skeevers from time to time. Okay, but good thing we slept here, because we're not too far away now. So, Unbounded Storm seems... it's just a shock cloak. I need to be right up against him. That's what kind of killed me more than anything. Wildfire was really good. Let's go for something with a little more range, though. Let's go back to Thunderbolt to fight the Centurion with. And I think route is... no, we'll do the greater... hold on, let's switch over here. Thunderbolt, and we'll do greater ward to block the steam breath shout that he has.
I have to admit.
Edge of Oblivion, we need to conjure some more minions here. Mild hunger, moderate thirst. What time is it? 7:17 p.m.
Most folk in
Well, we're not tired, though. How's that on needs? Stench of death. Your wounds reek of death, drawing out skeevers eager to feast on your corpse. Okay, well, once we kill this Centurion here, we'll be able to lose that. You ready, Belrand? Headstone. Okay, when we kill this Centurion, we will get... actually, let's take a look at what the Nemesis is... powered up with here, too. It'll be 30% larger, so the thing will be huge. But also... buff, it gets Giant's Blood. What does Giant's Blood do? I don't know if it's just more damage resistance or bigger health pools. I don't know. Well, we'll find out. Once we kill the Centurion now, we will gain Giant's Blood as well permanently for the rest of the playthrough, which is cool. Well, there he is, all the way to hell. You see how much bigger he is than that frame that he was in before? He doesn't even fit in that frame anymore. Big boy. All right, let's get our conjurations out. Okay, we'll put, do a quick save here just in case. We'll give them some shock cloak once we get there. Let them engage with the Centurion. And then we'll blast them from afar with the Thunderbolt. Distorted shape. Go ahead and distract the Centurion while we got that. There we go. We acquired Giant Stomp. That's what the Giant Blood did. I wonder what Giant Stomp does. Let's see. It's a new passive effect. Giant Stomp. You jump and the earth shakes. So I guess that's just like the Imperious Orc passive that you unlock. Oh no, that comes with it. No gifted memberships? Ooh, well, thanks for the $2, Nikoroshi. Shadow of Skyrim, love that mod. Hardy Karn. Hey, Nico. Hope you are doing well. Guys, Nico has a pretty cool YouTube channel. He streams fairly regularly. And he's also a mod author, has some pretty cool weapon and armor mods. And he also does his own Wabbajack. So I would suggest go checking out his channel, leave him a subscription. Check out some of his mods on the Nexus as well. Very cool stuff. And no gifted memberships. I'm still trying to figure out if and what I want to do to monetize the channel. I don't really like the exclusivity that comes with pay gating certain things. But I also don't want to turn down generosity, but I also want to do like something meaningful and for people who want to give some money or whatever. So I'm still thinking about it. I had thought about starting up a new Discord server and kind of, I don't know, putting that behind a paywall, but that also sounds gross. And I have had some people saying that that would not be great as well, kind of fragmenting the community, so I don't want to do that really. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I come up with. If I do a Discord, it'll be free, but I don't want all the babysitting that comes along with it too, so I'll have to make sure I have a mod team set up to help me out with that. I could also make it a closed one, invite only. I don't know. Well, I'm still figuring out how I want to monetize this stuff fairly and meaningfully, I suppose. Also mods really well. Ninja. Yep, there you go. Magus knows. Shakes the world when you land from a jump. Thanks, Karn. Yeah, problem. No problem. Yeah, I actually do have this passive on my Pure Warrior. He died to a nemesis a while back, and this is the passive that it gave me for going back and avenging my own death. I guess would be revenge. I wouldn't really be avenging at that point. Also, before I start asking for money, I kind of want to get this, I'm up to 57% dropped frames for this stream, which is absolutely incredibly bad. I want to figure that out and have a higher quality streams with less buffering before I start monetizing anything. So I want to kind of try this thing out in battle here. How? All right, my conjurations are still here. But these aren't thralls, so I want to keep refreshing these regularly. All right, we got some frost trolls coming up here. Thunderbolt's gonna work fine against them, but actually, we really want some fire. So we'll go back to wildfire, and we'll do some rage here. Oops. Actually want to save that equip state for that phase. Switch back to my buff phase here. Easy peasy. For a mage of this caliber, frost trolls are nothing. 2, 3, 4, 5. Does not matter how many frost trolls. I'll kill them all. Let's get rid of some of the heavier stuff that I'm not going to use, and then we'll dispose that corpse. Oh, awesome! Thanks, Magus, for the link to Nico's Nexus profile. Some really good stuff over there. Some really cool looking weapons too. I need to add that into my own list at some point because for like a dark like hybrid mage / Nightblade character, there's some really good pieces in there. But not just for that. There's some pretty good two-handed pieces in there. He's got a really good twin blade. That works with the MCO twin blade weapon set that looks really cool. I think I saw him using that last stream that I made of his. There's another Nirnroot halfway up here. Yeah, there he is. Oh, look at Haster dropping in here with the links to everybody's channels. Awesome. Thank you, mods. You guys are awesome. We need a no pants emote on YouTube. Need all kinds of emotes on YouTube that we don't have, but yeah, indeed. 2 things and no pants. Let's see where we're going here. This kind of just led to a dead end. I guess I could swim over to that big tower over there. This is not the Tower of Mazark that I'm looking for, though. I could go around. Oh, there's that fake sun over there in the Silent City. Could trigger that dragon fight. Don't have Dragon Rend yet, but don't really need it with the mage, honestly. Do enough range damage and we have a good strong greater ward that can stop breath attacks, no problem. Okay, here we go. We got some Falmer up there. Got all my the Houndmaster. Where's the Houndmaster at? Oh, there he is. Got hung up in the rocks. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna have some distorted shape. I wonder if the ground stomp actually interrupts distorted shape. I don't think it will. Ah, it doesn't. That's awesome. Added crowd control while you're invulnerable.
What was that?
The poison damage on these Falmer strikes. Just nutty. Oh, look, I took an arrow to the knee. Tropes. Made the twin blades after seeing Black's animations for the moveset? Yeah, that's awesome. Well, they look great. Did a great job on it. Well done, sir. Well done. Hope I'm not driving you all crazy with these Nirnroot noises. I know they really get on my nerves for sure. How much time we got? We got about 12 minutes left in the stream. Let's see. Let's do that dragon fight. Do I have Unrelenting Force? I think I do. Pretty sure. I don't think I have the whole thing, but got enough. These guys have always been bugged for me. Even in my vanilla game on PS5, these Charas don't attack. I don't know what's going on with them. I know it's not a mod thing. It's a vanilla bug that was never fixed over here, I guess. Lagging again, or did it just start again? Well, I've been dropping frames this whole time. I've never stopped dropping frames. So probably lagging again. The reverse daggers were made the same way, inspired by Skyrim reverse daggers animation. Cool, man. Yeah, I guess that way you're still kind of locking yourself into a specific animation for those weapons, but for people who are running those animation mods, very highly appreciated, I'm sure. That's old news, those Charas. Oh, that the vanilla game is bugged? It is indeed. Taking an arrow to the knee is a way of saying you got married in Skyrim. Yeah, yeah, that information was going around for a while, but I think that at some point that became debunked, that that's not what they meant when they said that. There were a lot of people who assumed that's what it meant, and that information was going around, but then at some point somebody came along and debunked it, but I don't remember the details. Maybe it's true. Maybe the debunk was debunked. Just onion layers of debunkedness.
Someone do something. Never should have come.
Oh, now you're gonna fight? You're not gonna like how this goes, buddy. Whoa! Wow, that guy went down easy. Become ethereal, please. Doesn't the orc ground stomp only work once per combat? It might, actually. This one just keeps working and working. Yeah, this one will keep going as long as you want to jump. Wife is texting me. Let me see what she's got here. Or she's got some holiday shopping going on here. And then she's going to be home for the Steelers game. How about that? She's a Steelers fan. I'm a Cardinals fan. Last week it was rough because both the games came on at the same time. We were flipping from channel to channel. It was really hard to follow what was going on in both games. Oh, the Falmer over there is going to kill me in one shot. Where are my dudes? Oh, that's a regular Falmer, though. I should be able to just kill him. he got me. Regular old Falmer doing half damage with one arrow. Yeah, this stuff is serious. Definitely a Glass Canyon. No, you taking the arrow. No, you taking the arrow to the knee. Oh, that was old news? Oh, yeah. No, I've been married for a long time. Wow, grats to Gramps for making it to 94. That's unheard of in my family. Yeah, I think my grandpa was 92 when he died. Yeah, we live a long time. Even with the sweet tooth. Where? This other guy at?
Did you hear something?
Oh, I see it down there. Wow, okay. One shot from the Skulker. Wow, fast healing is really fast. Look at that. Love a mage character. He presented a position engineer by trade, so keeps him busy and fit. Oh, nice. Steelers. Ew, Cardinals. If it's a tie. Magus, jeez. Wishing for a tie? That's harsh. I was born and raised in Arizona, so it's been hard being a Cardinals fan, but it's basically all I've ever had. My wife she's in Scranton, obviously, your neck of the woods, but she went to college in Pittsburgh, and she became a Steelers fan there. All right, let's fight this dragon, shall we? All right, let's switch to Greater Ward in the left hand, and Thunderbolt in the right hand for the range. And I think I lost some of my hotkeys when Shadow of Skyrim respawned me here, so... I want to set up my hotkey for Fortified Destruction and for Healing and Magicka in case I run out. I just need to remember which hotkeys I'm using for that. Okay, so Healing Potion is 1. Magicka Potion is 3. And then Fortified Destruction is 5. 1, 3, 5. So we have 1, we have 3, and we have 5. There we go. Quick save just in case. Do I have my Unrelenting Force Shout in the favorites menu? I do not, because I don't usually use it anyway. Let's see. Okay, so let's get out some Storm Thralls here. Oh, that one was a dud. A dud thrall? That one hurts. There we go. Give everybody their cloak. Okay. Where'd he go? Oh, I see ya. Barely. Lots of range on the Thunderbolt. Take the Fortified Destruction Potion. That's going to do a lot more damage. Oh yeah, this guy's got nothing on me. Sorry about the lighting here. We can't really see much of anything. He's going to come up those stairs. That's fine. Well, pretty anticlimactic here, but, you know. The mage has some tactical superiority here. He can pretty much literally conjure things out of thin air and use any tactic that he sees fit for these kind of things, so he is going to be powerful. By the way, I'm only doing a level 50 build here. I am level 54 right now, but I have 4 unused perks. I've chosen my 50 perks to be to turn this into as general a mage as possible, with a lot of just flat buffs to a lot of different things, a lot of defensive stuff as well. We're doing a lot of destruction damage. Our defenses are strong with the wards. Our conjurations are very strong with Power of the Master and Radiate Energies. Doing really, really well with this build, I think. Better Steelers fan than Eagles fan? Yeah. Pittsburgh over Philadelphia. Not really a sports fan myself. Prefer to play them. Not very good at them. I do enjoy playing them and watching them. I played baseball all the way through my senior year in high school, and I actually was getting courted for a scholarship at not a junior college, a community college. It was called Phoenix College here. They have a very strong online presence. But yeah, they wanted me to come play baseball for them, but I had a academic scholarship at ASU, so I pursued my engineering degree at ASU and ended my baseball career there, which was sad, but I made the right call. Ended up carving out a pretty decent living for myself. Pretty happy with how it ended up. American football is boring, James. Come on, bro. At least we just don't run back and forth across a huge field, kicking a ball around and flopping every time somebody touches us. That, to me, is boring. Fight me. To be fair, the Cardinals as a football team were never very impressive compared to our baseball team, but I feel I owe them allegiance for some twisted reason. Yeah, the baseball team went to the World Series twice. For such a young franchise is quite good. Usually takes a couple generations of a baseball team to actually build their way up to a championship. Oh man, that was a good stretch. Burn. Indeed. No, you can't come in here with that heat and not expect to get burned back, you know. No, I don't actually mind soccer. I just don't understand the game well enough to enjoy it as much as I'd like to. I do enjoy American football, baseball, basketball. It's all fun for me. My phone keeps waking me up, otherwise I wouldn't have seen that, Meg. Let's see. You should be sleeping according to your message. Yeah, phone's bugging you. Okay, guys, that's it for me. I gotta eat something. I'm starving. But this was a pretty fun stream. As you can see, the Mage is coming along really nicely, even though I haven't played him for a while. It's just because a lot of the Mage is experimenting with spells at all different levels, and since I have so many spell mods installed, that's a lot of different spells to go through. It costs a lot of money to buy these. I don't want to just console them in, because learning these spells organically in real situations is how I am going to be able to best create a build guide for, you know, all of you to learn from and follow. And ultimately that's what the audience likes the best, is those in-depth build guides with all the information. And in order to get that information, I just got to play it the right way, right? So it takes time. I am very close to having my warrior build guide completely written. I'm going to start doing the voice and production work for that. Should have that done by the end of the year. I have some time coming up, time off coming up for the holidays, and I intend to spend at least a fair amount of that time working on my YouTube stuff. So, yeah. Yeah, U.S. football is just a bunch of sprints over and over again. Soccer, you're running around all the time, almost like basketball, but with a much bigger field of play. Constantly moving. Having played both for years, I can speak. Yeah, no, that's definitely an endurance grind for that. So look forward to the warrior build guide soon-ish in the next couple weeks, I want to say. It just depends on, you know, how busy I am for the holidays.